and 11 a.m. That new advisory came out just before we went to break, so we want to get a little bit more detail on that advisory. And for that, we have meteorologist Lisette Gonzalez here with us. Lisette, what can you tell us about the new 11 a.m. advisory?
We did see a little change, a little shift to the west in that forecast cone. However, I'm concerned that this may lead you all to believe that you don't need to go out and take care of all those final preparations, that maybe the trend is that it's going to move westward. No, 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 no. We want you to continue to prepare, because regardless of whether the center of Irma makes landfall a little bit further to the west, a little bit further to the east, the main thing that you need to be aware of is that it is headed our way, and it is such a massive hurricane that it's irrelevant where the center is, because the impacts are well out from the center. And as we take a look at the latest advisory, we'll show you it's still a very dangerous Category 4 hurricane. Max sustained winds of 150 miles per hour, and it is moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. It could be moving just north of or along the coast here of Cuba as we head into tonight and overnight into tomorrow morning. And then it looks like it starts to take that shift to the north. Of course, there's still a lot of uncertainty as to when that will happen, and that's probably part of the reason that we're seeing these models shifting, jogging a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right with every run. And we are seeing the potential that still a Category 4 Irma could be making landfall somewhere along the Keys, which could be catastrophic, and then likely continuing northward. So the change that we're seeing is that as it makes landfall across the Keys, that maybe it'll stay along the southwest coast, the center anyway, but we're talking that massive hurricane, pretty much bigger than the state of Florida, moving northward and continuing along that path as we head into Sunday, and then continuing as we head even into Monday, likely a long duration event for the entire state of Florida. So it maintains Category 4 status, at least for the duration of Sunday, and then to Monday, maybe weakening to a Category 1 hurricane, impacting our friends up through North Florida, and then potentially heading into Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, or Tennessee as we head into early to middle of next week. And as we look at the highest threat for hurricane force winds across most of South Florida and the Keys right now, and that's starting to creep northward as well. So here's the latest satellite image, and right now, look at what Irma is doing to our friends here across the Turks and Caicos and also across the Bahamas and Cuba, just lashing out with these intense rain bands and, of course, those destructive winds. And as we look at the computer models, in agreement that Irma will likely move to the west-northwest, but now we're starting to see some of those models diverging. A few of the models are keeping Irma moving right over the coastal areas of Cuba, and yet some models moving it over the very warm waters just north of Cuba and possibly to our east. Some models keeping it over to our west, but the bulk of the models right now tightly packed together in agreement and showing that Irma will likely be moving across the Keys and then could be staying a little bit to the west of South Florida. But remember, this is only tracking the eye of the hurricane, and those tropical storm force winds and hurricane force winds extend well out from the core, from the center of the hurricane. I'm going to keep reminding you that, because I don't want you to forget that, and keep that in mind when you're looking at that cone and not just zone in on the center, because the effects will be far reaching out from the center. All right, hurricane warnings in place from the Turks and Caicos through the Bahamas, northern coast of Cuba, South Florida. We are under a hurricane warning. Hurricane watch in place for the Gulf Coast and the east coast now of the peninsula here, stretching close to Tampa. And we're seeing those storm surge warnings and watches are now being extended northward along the Atlantic coast here of the Florida peninsula, and also even extending northward here along the Gulf Coast of the state. So key things I want you to be aware of. Hurricane warning means hurricane conditions expected in 36 hours. And in terms of our weather going downhill, deteriorating tonight and into tomorrow especially, and then Saturday night into Sunday, that's when we'll likely see the worst of the weather, and then likely through Monday morning. So the threats: destructive winds, life-threatening storm surge, flooding, heavy rain, and the risk of tornadoes. Now, wind speeds, tropical storm force wind speeds range from 39 to 73 43 miles per hour. So we could start to see some of that tonight, but especially by tomorrow morning and throughout the day. And then tomorrow night, we'll start to see the Category 4 hurricane wind speeds likely 130 to 156 miles per hour. So the estimated arrival time of those tropical storm force winds will likely be as we head into tomorrow morning, but we could see some very gusty squalls starting as soon as tonight, and then we're going to see that potentially as we head throughout the day on Saturday. Wave heights, we're seeing already 20-foot waves here near Cuba and the Bahamas, and we're going to see increasing wave heights leading to that storm surge that we've been talking about. So there's the low potential of storm surge along coastal areas of Broward County. Here we're talking 5 to 8 foot storm surge, and here around Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades, Dania Beach, low potential for storm surge 5 to 8 feet. Our higher risk of storm surge will be as we head further south around Aventura. We'll see a medium chance there, as well as near North Miami for Miami Beach, coastal Dade County, parts of Key Biscayne. Obviously seeing a medium chance of storm surge there. That's why many of these areas are being evacuated. And right here along Brickell Hammock and close to the coast here as we head further south, an even more extreme risk of storm surge indicated by the area shaded in red. For areas like Pinecrest, Coral Gables, and Dadeland, we're seeing a high risk of storm surge. Palmetto Bay, Cutler Bay, extreme southern Dade County, Princeton, we're talking an extreme possibility of storm surge 7 to 10 feet. And down through the Keys, also that high risk of storm surge. Rainfall potential, because of the fact that Irma is likely going to be slowing down as it moves up the spine of the state, we could see anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of rainfall. We're talking totals by the time all is said and done through Monday. You can see the purple shading here, and then some areas shaded in white, meaning even more than that expected for some isolated areas. Could see up to 20 inches of rain through Monday.